Hello, audience, ramblers, fleet watchers, whatever you wish to call yourselves. Um, Welcome to Sprocket. Now, first admission, I'm really not good at this game. I will admit that. I will very heavily admit that. Um, But I aim to give the old college try, as it were, to try and develop a tank that will cross no man's land, and that is what we aim to do. So we don't want it to be a large vehicle. It needs to weigh about, even 6 tons is a bit much, to be blunt. I'm gonna try and bring in the width a bit if I can. A little bit more room than that. But yeah, this is the premonition of a new series. The basic premise here is that I basically am going to attempt to create a series where the objective is to play games that I wouldn't otherwise play on the channel. Things that you wouldn't otherwise see. Some will be one-offs. Some will be small series. So, for example, Sprocket will probably be a one-off that might come back every now and then. If I can actually remember to get my head in gear and think for a second. So there we go. I'm fine with that turret for now. Hull, yeah, this is all well and good. But what I need is I've got all the things I want. So can I? So I've got the armor. Oh, it won't let me scale it. So that's relatively okay. Turret front I'm going to have as 20 mil. Roof armor very minimal. Side armor very minimal. Rear armor, so the cheek armor I'm fine with. Rear armor will be 5 mil. I'll have a fairly small turret ring of about 1 meter. Not really any witnesses on the things. Constraints, yeah, that's fine. It can traverse how it likes. That is fine. This is obviously going to be the Mark 1. Now, I will point out that I am really not good at this. So, we've got the turret, we've got the hull. And I'm fine with all of this. I want to actually work on the tracks if it will let me. I want to get them over. I want to get over and under tracks if I can. So that's fine. That's all good. Oh, there we go. Yeah, sorry, I forgot how this works. So there's the sprocket. We probably want a front-mounted sprocket. There we go. That is fine. The mount will probably be a completely enclosed mounting, just to try and keep things from going wrong too badly. Again, we also want tracks that run not quite a rhomboid vehicle, but definitely something that enables us to cross trenches much easier. So the idler wheels are going to be probably these. These look good. Idler mount again, being a paddle mount. Road wheels, I'm thinking rubber tracks don't really do well. That's alright. Suspension, again, be that. That's alright. Track segments will have, yeah, obviously we want paddle tracks for the mud. Indeed we do. We want a single idler, that is fine. That will do very nicely. In fact, I'm gonna, because that mount allows the sprocket to be further forward, so it could be like, so we want it to be there, but we want the return rollers to be somewhere here-ish, just so that the track doesn't. I'm not gonna lie, the design may not be what some people call aesthetically pleasing. This is fine. So I'm just gonna bring. So the diameter is fine. That is acceptable. Road wheels per axle. No, we don't need that really. I could do with some. There we go. Small diameter road wheels to just increase the amount of points of contact with the ground. That is exactly what we want. No, we want very little spacing because we want to have as much space between them as possible. And I could go with interleave, but I don't know if I've got the track width for that. Yes, we do absolutely want return rollers. We want to try and get as decent diameter return rollers as we can to make the process less painful. And again, we want fairly full spacing so the track runs quite nicely. I would like the track so slightly thicker. I'd like it to be wider, so we've got nice wide tracks that use the full belt that we've got. I will actually have 2 axle idlers. We've got interleaved road wheels, so that makes sense. Sprockets in front, that's driving everything. Make it... Can I make it wider? Can I make the sprocket wider? I don't think I can. That's okay. Give me the return rollers. I need to do that. That's okay. Fenders. Generate. That is fine. Engine. So, we want a light engine. That's fine. I'm actually okay with that. That's fairly straightforward. Obviously, we can work on the internal space a bit. So, we just want, yeah, we've got 2 gears, 1 reverse gear. So the first reverse gear will be 3, the second will be 1.3, and the reverse gear will just be a flat 2. That's fine. Clutch braking, I really don't have a choice. Fuel tank, we only probably need about 300 litres of fuel, but just crossing the trench to the other side. I will actually mount, though, a pair of external fuel tanks, which will boost our range a little bit. Which is fine. So, we've got all that. Firepower. Place a mantlet. So we need a mantlet. So I'm thinking we go with a fairly simple... so I'm trying to get a very simple double... There we go. A double mantlet with a double cannon, because that's actually kind of funny. It's... I think we will go with a 76mm, so a 3-inch gun. Very short propellant. It'll start being about 25mm thick. 2 segments. Don't know why it's not replicating from one gun to the other. It should be. So segment 1 is, again, you need to be 2 segmented. Again, same thing. So segment 1 starts being 21 thick, ends at 15. It starts at 15, ends at 12, which is alright. This is all good. I just kind of want to know how to switch from can... Oh, there we go. That's how you switch from can to can. So again, start at 15, finish at 12, start at 20, finish at 15. There we go. That is fine. Again, penetration is not too probable. Both of these guns are on the same firing thing. This is what you would expect. No problem there. Again, not really... So again, 80 mil. We'll have a pair of 80mm guns, just because that's honestly kind of funny. They'll be low muzzle velocity weapons, but they do have a decent length to them, which is not too bad. Probably just have a pair of fairly simple muzzle brakes there to try and alleviate recoil if we can. I am just going to slightly rearrange, so I'm going to slightly lengthen the rear of the turret and widen it a little bit, and then I'm going to move that outwards just like that, because that will then mean that the guns will be more able to be managed. I'm just going to make sure that the gun spacing is fairly decent in the turret. There we go. Brilliant. Fantastic. That's what we like to see. Gun mount, 25 degrees elevation up and down. This is fine. Elevation and torque. This is actually fine. I am okay with this. Nothing wrong there. Ammunition. I am going to, if it'll just give me internals. So we're going to place 2 ready racks there, so they can be accessed for either gun. 18 rounds. And then we're going to put in the rear of the vehicle, because the sprocket's frontally mounted. Oh, hang on, that's you shouldn't be outside. You should be inside the vehicle, please, and probably forward under the turret basket. There we go. Fantastic. That is what we like. That gives us another 12 rounds per gun, which is fine. So we've got a number of... We've got 4 crew. We've got... So we need a... So 2 hatches on top of the turret. So we'll have... So we want a single... So 2 flip-top hatches on top of the turret. We want then a commander's... Whoa! That's too big. Whoa, these are all too big. That's better. Then a commander's cupola on the rear of the turret, which is fine. What I am going to do is I'm going to... So we're going to have 1 loader, 1 gunner. Commander is fine. Driver is fine. So we need then a central gunner's sight, because ideally So the gunner's sight should be centrally mounted between the guns, which is fine. And then we'll have a driver mounted frontally here. He is actually fine. He's where he needs to be. What I may actually do is I might have the commander's cupola in front. And what I may do is I might give the loader a little bit less... The gunner and the loader, give them a little bit less space to work in. So he fires those 2 guns, which is what he should do. I don't think I've got room in the turret for these 2. So yeah, we've got a gunner and a loader. They're a little bit squished in there, but they can actually work. I'm also going to have the commander be a little bit of a loader. He has a little bit of a debuff, but he can help make up for the loader. Oh no, he can't actually. He can't fit in there, so we'll have to... Why is this suddenly no longer able to be... Why are you suddenly upset? The commander's not even in the turret! The commander's not even in the turret. There we go. Thank you. Right, okay, so that's that. So we want a pair of front lights and some rear lights. Give me a pair of top-mounted machine guns, just because it's funny. And that should be everything. Right, so this is the Mark 1. I honestly think this is either going to go really well or really poorly. Let's find out. Okay, so that worked. I could probably even get a better engine, actually. Get a heavy engine, which is actually much better. Probably a 3-gear transmission, so we'll have a 12, a 5, so 12, a 6, and a 3. So 2 reverse gears will have a 14 and a 7. You need a much chunkier engine than that, like 4 litres at least. There we go. Are you telling me this thing can only manage that amount of... Well, okay, well, at least the vehicle will move. Okay, it moves! Okay, it does at least move, so that is something. Hey, that's good news! The tank does move, and the turret rotates. This is right, it does seem to slog through the mud. This is all good. Okay, this is actually going really well. Okay, this is actually not... It's not so bad. Look at that. Hey, it actually works. It's slow, but it goes. Hey, look at that! I've built a working tank! And it's slow through the mud, but it does go. It doesn't bog down. Come on, that's it. Dig your heels in. There you go, that's it. Like it might be slow, but by God, it's gonna get there. So why are the guns not firing? Why are the guns not firing? What is the problem? Gunner, driver, loader. Oh, no wonder he loads. Yeah, he needs to load both cannons. Okay, so there's only one of them. Only one gun in it. I think it's only one gun. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's only one of the guns. I need him to load both of the guns. Yes, I need you to load one gun. So you load one gun. You load that gun. It's not perfect, but it does mean both guns are fireable. The tank can actually move. Hey, I've built a working tank. That's actually incredible, and I love that. That's great. Right. Oh, hey up. Oh, hello there. Okay, it can survive the shock of both things being fired. Let's see if it handles a bit of mud. Oh, come on. That's it, just plough through it. Just keep straight. That's it, dig your heels in. There you go, that's it. Just apply the bit of clutch braking. There we go, come on. Yes, that's the way. There we go, look at that. This thing might be slow as molasses, but it... Okay, so a little thing I need to do here with the engine. So your upshift needs to be 700. Your limiter is 110. So let's try that. That should give room for some upshift then. There we go. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Okay, both guns can be fired, and both guns can actually be reloaded fairly effectively. So, okay, so... yeah, no, your limiter is 1,000. Your upshift is 700. There we go. Okay, now we're going somewhere. Fitted it with 2 main guns. This thing is... it's slow as all heck, but it does move. Oh. So it has a tendency to spin if one of the tracks gets stuck. Okay. That's not really what you call ideal, is it? So, 6-cylinder, 4-litre engine. It's got a good amount of torque. Idle 200 RPM. Downshift at 300. Idle at 200. Upshift at 500. Downshift at 300. Your limit's 1,000 RPM. Let's see, how's this? Still stalls. Surely, I'm sure I can do better than this. Okay, what about this? That doesn't have enough power, does it? Yeah, so that one doesn't. That just doesn't have enough power. Honestly, it's a heavy beast. So 6-cylinder, 4-litre engine. Let's try this. There we go. Now we're doing it. Okay, so this really isn't going that well. What if we had a larger sprocket? Yeah, what if we had that? What then? It takes a bit to get into gear, but once it's going... Okay, so as it turns out, I'm not a very good tank designer. Who would have thought? What if I had a smaller sprocket? Much smaller sprocket. That's easy to get going. Well, I can penetrate my own armor, that's something. I mean, these are good guns, actually. Fairly decent velocities. There must be something that I'm not doing here. What if we had slightly bigger road wheels and we had a decent size idler? What then? It could be a case of too many road wheels spoil the broth in this case. Oh. Hello. Oh. Hey up. I think that was it. Yeah, we had too many small road wheels, and it was causing the drivetrain to actually drag a bit. So, and there we go. Managed it. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Don't care about your mud. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Hey. Magnificent. Right, so let me... oh, can she start? Come on, come on. Get the tank in gear. There you go. It takes a bit, but once she gets going, like if she stops, it takes a little bit of time, but does get moving. There we go. Our other tanks are engaging with their guns. This is going well. Most excellent. Ignore the fact the commander's getting his head knocked off by his own turret, but shh. Everything else is going well. Tanks are not bogged down. Heck yes. Look at that. Great. Well, I am fairly confident in our ability to cross this trench. I don't think we'll have any problems as long as we keep going. As long as the track engages with the other side, we'll be fine. So, yeah. Here we go. Engage with the other side. Come on. Come on. That's the one thing it can't do. It needs flat ground to actually engage with. Give it another try. Boom! Gotcha! See if any of the other tanks can cross the trench where I've failed. They may be able to, they may not. Nope, they can't get across it either. Okay, so we have good news. Our tanks can, in fact, move out and can get to the enemy's forward trenches. The only real problem then is actually engaging. So I need to really think about transmission. So yeah, she can accelerate, do quite well. Energy displacement is okay. Drop the upshift to that, and drop the idle to 100 RPM. That is fine. Because basically, I want to stop this whole... Okay, that got rid of the jerkiness. Alright, okay. Now we are absolutely cooking. Look at that. Look at that. That's brilliant. Doesn't jerk at all. In fact, that was such a smooth slide into gear. That was fantastic. Just absolutely slid into gear. No problems at all. That was brilliant. That was fantastic. You can't get much better than that. Look at that. That is absolutely great. That is great. Look at that. That's brilliant. Absolutely no problems at all. Even climbing hills, look, absolutely no trouble at all. Just shift down into first and then engage. There you go. Come on, that's it. Just dig in. There you go. You're all right. Just keep going. Don't try and turn on the hill. That's on you. So don't do that. You've got to approach the hills in a different way. That's it. You got to deal with it. There we go. That's the way. That's the way. That's the good stuff. There you go. Takes a while for the turret to get up to speed, but once it's turning, it's turning. Where is that anti-tank gun? Because I know it's somewhere. Right, so I'm going to cross over the trench now. Hopefully, given what I've just seen, the fact that we can get into gear, we should be able, keyword being should, to cross the trench. Got the length for it. Got the torque. Come on. Come on. At least it's not stalling out. Nope, we just can't. We can't brute force the trenches. Okay. That is annoying. Think of a way. What if we had a thicker belt with longer tracks? Aha. Let's see him stop me now. Yeah, there we go. That's more like it. Like sort of paddle tracks. Yeah, that's the way. Look at that. It's beautiful. Fantastic. Brilliant. Glorious. Look at it. Doesn't even care about the mud. Look at that. Doesn't even throw me off course. That's beautiful. That's fantastic. Look at that. That's brilliant. That is just great. I take back everything I said. I'm an excellent tank designer. How goeth the other vehicles? Oh, they goeth nicely. They do goeth nicely. Look at that. No problems at all. Beautiful. Fantastic. You'd love to see it. You can turn on hills now. Very nice. Right, the next step is to cross the trench. This time for sure. Well, this is World War I. I really should have thicker paddle tracks now that I think about it. To really give me that grip. Sort of paddle my way through the dirt. Ignore what's happening at the rear. That's not a problem. That's fine. The engine's not stalling out. I'm actually using my fuel at an acceptable rate. It's all going absolutely tip-top. Couldn't be better, actually. Everything's just going absolutely hunky-dory. Okay, this time we cross the trench. I will not be stopped. Cross the trench. Come on. Come on. Come on, old girl. Oh. You just can't do it, can you? You just can't do it. Why can't you do it? The paddle tracks are working really quite well for me. They just don't What if I extend it slightly forward and the rear slightly back? What if I sort of Churchill the heck out of it, if in essence? What I may do actually as well is I may also widen the turret slightly. Just so that I can fit a admittedly rather cramped, but no, I still can't fit him in. That works. And that means the gunner's got an unobstructed view. What I can do then is I can also have a commander loader, so he can load the left gun. The gunner can just be the gunner, and the loader can load the right gun, and boom, just like that, there you are, Bob's your uncle. How do you do? Much, much better. I want to try and see if I can go through this muddy puddle. No, oh my god, that's not even a challenge. Oh. Okay. That's interesting. So it can't handle slopes. How do I make it so that you can handle slopes? So, Sprocket's fairly big. Let's see about actually decreasing its diameter slightly. Let's see how that does. That's reduced our top speed, but I reckon that's increased our torque a little bit. No point going to the trench if we can't clear this, so let's try and clear this. So again, enter the mud, maneuver in the mud, no problem, not at all, no problem at all. Then we try to climb out. Oh, hello, that's better, that's more like it. There we go, that's what we like. And that wasn't even first gear. Okay, alright, now we're getting somewhere. It's not perfect, but it's better. It's got less of a top speed, but it moves still. It's all well and good. Okay, this is all nice. Okay, that's it. Come on. You've got it. There you go. Just dig your heels in. You're fine. You can get through the mud. You just got to trust in your gearsman. Well, your driver, technically. We don't have a gearsman. But yeah, there we go. That's it. Over you come. Fleet the tank designer. Trial and error, gentlemen. I've never been one for aesthetics. Ah. Over. Dead on. The rest of our tanks are actually coming forward. Come on, mate, you can make that hill. Go on, I believe. There we go, that's it. If I can cross this trench, I'll consider this successful. Most excellent. Come on, lads, you can do it. Come on, tank. I believe. I believe in you. Gonna go into that trench, gonna engage first gear, and you are absolutely gonna do it. Come on, engage first gear. That's it. Come on. Oh. It's no good. What if I give it incredibly tiny tracks? What then? How will that do? That doesn't even quite work, because the tracks don't quite know what they're doing. Right. Okay. Well. So what if we try a different track link? What if we try this? Well, that works better. I wonder if a front sprocket was the right call. Why is it only in gear 3? What can I say? I enjoy testing my tanks. Frontal armor test. Oh. Well, the 3-inch gun is definitely a better weapon than you sometimes give it credit for. I tell you, I don't think... I'm not sure this vehicle is entirely right for this assignment. I think maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree. I could be, actually. This is very, very true. But, I'm afraid, that is, for now, all we've got time for. We'll save the Mark 1, and next Thursday, we may return to Sprocket. And of course, if you do have any comments, suggestions, critiques for Fleet when designing a tank, is my engine wrong? Is my powertrain all wrong? Are my guns too big? Are the tracks all wrong? Please do leave a comment below telling Fleet how bad it is and how you could do it so much better, because seriously, I could use the help. Anyway, I hope you all had a fantastic time. Take care, and if there are questions I need to catch up on, you'll see you all on the catch-up ramblings tomorrow. Goodbye!